Good Sunday morning to you. This is what we're waking up to. A whole lot of clear skies if you're just about to head out the door, and decently comfortable temperatures, many folks in the 50s and 60s. And it's all leading to another bright and sunny day. Enjoy it while it lasts. I'm tracking some big changes in the next couple of days.
All right, Natalie, thank you. Kidnapped and killed, but police say it was a mistake that any of us could have made that led to this tragedy. A teen is in critical condition after he was shot by a deputy, but officials this morning still unclear if that move was justified. And is it another music festival fail? Thousands of partygoers in Miami caught in chaos, and now organizers are apologizing. Oh boy. It is Sunday, March 31st, 2019. You are up on the bright side, hour 2.
Yep.
On this Sunday.
On going.
Keeps on trucking. The keeps gift that keeps on giving, folks.
Say it, it's true.
It's true. It is true.
Yeah.
Good
morning.
Yeah. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Josh Sidorowicz.
And I'm meteorologist Natalie Ferrari. Another gift that keeps on giving. This Central Florida weather.
Watches.
80s sunshine really since late last week, and we're going to continue it today and rather yesterday and today we got to continue it.
I was going to say, wait a minute. But
sorry, I went back to Saturday for a second.
What day is it?
But man, just in perfect timing for the weekend because
I always like it when you can time it out like that. We appreciate that.
I mean, I do what I can on a daily basis. But starting tomorrow, we are going to be tracking some big changes, and we'll talk all in detail about that here in just a few moments. For more in detail about that hour by hour coming up in just a few moments.
Well, good thing we'll be stuck inside at work then, right?
No kidding.
All right, well, we do want to make the most, as always, of the time that you've got with us here this morning. So let's get you in the know. We start first with this, the case of a missing college student that is now turned into a murder investigation. This 21-year-old University of South Carolina student, she was last seen at around 2 o'clock Friday morning, but her body was found by turkey hunters in some woods yesterday. And police say she got into this man's car, mistakenly thinking it was her Uber.
The analysis concludes.
Well, this man here, he's now facing murder and kidnapping charges. Investigators say it could take weeks to figure out why a 5th grader died days after a fight in school. The 10-year-old girl, she was unconscious, but she was breathing when she was airlifted from her South Carolina school on Monday, but she died just 2 days later at the hospital. An autopsy was performed Friday to determine the official cause of death, but investigators say they are waiting on lab results, which could take weeks to get. New overnight here, a pedestrian in Tampa was killed after being hit by a car. Happened here on Fowler Avenue. This is just west of 30th Street, and we are told that the driver involved did stay on scene. The Hillsborough Sheriff is promising transparency in the investigation of a deputy who shot a teen who, as it turns out, may not have been armed after all. Now, that teen survived, but he was seriously hurt. The grandfather was the one who called 911. He said that the teen was hitting his sister and mother. Now, take a look at this here. This is some pretty good video here from the Coast Guard rescuing 3 men and a 12-year-old girl about 3 miles off the coast of Bayport. This is in Hernando County yesterday. They were apparently out fishing when the boat started to sink. Luckily, they did have their life jackets on. All right, in Miami, Ultra Music Festival off to a bit of a rough start here. The first day ended with fire, which of course was posted all over social media. But then, when the 150,000 people tried to leave, there weren't enough buses to shuttle them back. Now, this is the first year this festival was held at Virginia Key, and organizers saying, yeah, we're going to need to reevaluate a lot of things here. The Brandon Hamburger Mary's closes its doors for good today. This follows the St. Pete location, which closed on March 21st. The owner said both locations suffered losses from the effects of the Ybor City location, which closed after an employee tested positive for Hep A. The only remaining location here in Tampa Bay is in Clearwater. Well, today some seriously fast boats will be hitting the waves for the Gulfport Grand Prix. But 10 News reporter Madison Allworth, she is live in Gulfport, where she spoke with a racer in Madison. He has overcome some incredible obstacles to finally compete in this.
That's right, Josh. Even more racing action today. And coming up later in this hour, I'm going to introduce you to that racer, Bill Joel, who has come over so much to continue racing and why he is so proud and happy to continue doing that here in local Gulfport. Josh and Natalie.
Well, we cannot wait to hear from him. Yeah, that's coming up in the next 30 minutes. But I love it. She mentioned it again, why the races were delayed yesterday.
Yes.
The manatees.
Yeah, you got to make sure they're staying safe, too.
The moseying, meandering manatees.
Gee, what are you guys up to?
Is there a boat race?
Busy much?
Love it. Gotta get them out of the way.
Did you notice how smooth the water was?
Oh,
behind
yeah,
Madison?
like glass. Yeah,
Today-
that'll be good.
Today's going to be absolutely great.
Absolutely. All right, so it is a push to fight infection that starts at your feet. Time now is 8:08, and you are up on the bright side, and that is a gorgeous shot from our Earth Cam, live look at New York City, where I imagine, like we were looking at Chicago a little bit ago, it's probably a little chilly. Not from Miami.
Not Miami, yeah.
Don't believe what you read. It is, it's New York.
It's fine. We had Miami earlier.
We did have Miami, yes. But that is
so gorgeous.
Is that the One World Trade Center?
Yeah,
is that the tower?
It
right
looks
there?
like it.
The sun
I
peeking
haven't
through
been
the
back
clouds.
to visiting New York. I have some family up there. I haven't been back since that building was even completed. So I have some.
Oh, you got to go up.
I have some visiting.
Go
to
all
do.
the way to the
I
top.
know.
Your ears pop. You know, it was funny.
my.
We were talking about Chicago.
Yes.
And my mom, who's up in Detroit, texted me a picture of a snow-covered backyard.
I'm so
Like,
sorry.
Here you go.
Mama Josh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we were talking about what. I don't know if she mentioned how cold it was there, but it was in the 20s right now.
It's give or take a few degrees.
The Midwest, incredible. Meanwhile, we may warm up 20 degrees as we go on throughout the day. So
Boy, really just rub it in for anyone who might be streaming us.
awkward. But hey, that's why you guys like to hang out here with us. So
That's what we'll keep telling ourselves. Yeah.
it's just
And maybe it doesn't seem so bad that we play baseball indoors around here
No
sometimes,
kidding.
like today. So before the first pitch, want to tell you about this. It's pretty special. The Rays, they're planning to honor a legend off the field. Saxophonist Max Pierre. He died after a stroke in December. He was a staple who played outside the Trop. He was there before and after nearly every game. You probably heard him if you went down there. He was also a fixture outside of Amalie and Ybor, too. That tribute is set to happen right before the first pitch this afternoon around 1 o'clock. In the meantime, it's been a busy weekend for your Tampa Bay teams. The Bolts, they wrapped up regular season play at home. The Rays, they beat the Astros. Justin Granidan now with your Brightside Sports.
If I have to guess, you being a diehard Michigan fan, pretty sure you don't have Sparty in your Final Four.
Oh, no. Drive a stake through my heart.
I
No,
know.
Justin, I am a Sparty all the way.
got it flipped. It's all good though.
We'll talk. All right. So hospitals, always looking for a way to prevent infections. New,
Absolutely.
safe ways to do it. You got it,
I
right?
like to think so.
But you might not think about this. One of the biggest culprits for spreading germs, right on your feet.
Yeah, so think of each person that walks through those hallways. Now think of all the places their shoes have been
No, I don't want to think about it.
and what might be on them. 10 News reporter Jenny Dean shows you how a St. Pete company is working on new technology to help fix that problem.
So don't use any chemicals. It takes just 6 seconds standing over that UV light and your shoes are sanitized. And the way they've designed this machine, there's very little UV exposure that reaches other parts of the body, kind of comes up and curves over so that it stays on your shoes.
That is a very cool idea.
Yeah.
And this is why people think I'm weird or a neat freak, but I never like shoes in the house.
That's actually
Take 'em off.
fantastic. Yeah.
And especially
They're
now.
tracking so much in.
Gross.
Another thing I would
Even.
really like to see with this, I think just because I'm a numbers person, I'd like to see how the shoes look, maybe under a microscope before and
Oh, there you
after.
go.
How effective it is.
How effective it is,
Which is
yeah.
all part of the study, but
Definitely a
I'm
novel
interested.
idea. I like it. More of this. Less
Give
dirty
me some
shoes.
more.
Gross.
Clean yourself.
All right, well, it takes much more than just a delicate touch to create some unique glass art. Sean Stryker is going to show us how. All right, as you get ready to head out to to shop this weekend. There's a couple of recalls from the week that you might have missed. We want to get you caught up on. More than 2,500 pounds of ready-to-eat Polish-style kielbasas are being recalled because they might contain pieces of metal. The products include North Country and Kilchern Estate brands. Honda is recalling a portable generator over concerns of fuel leaks. According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, about 200,000 are part of the recall. There have been nearly 20 reports of fuel valve leaks, but luckily no injuries have been reported. And a Baby Rattle sock is also being recalled because of a potential choking hazard. It's the Midwest gift brand Baby Rattle Socks Perfect Pair. Did you get it? Get all that? The socks have a small ornament on the end, and they can detach and they can become a choking hazard. Now, if you didn't catch all of that, you can learn more about these recalls and a whole lot of others. We've got them posted right now to WTSP.com. This weekend, the Glass Art Society is hosting its annual conference in St. Pete, showcasing some just really cool stuff. 10 News reporter Sean Stryker, he got a small taste of what it is like to be a glass artist.
With all the museums right here, so everyone can enjoy it.
We're going to have to go check it out. Does he have, I hope he has a little placard with his name next to it.
Yeah, full-on display with something as fantastic as this.
You know, so I've actually been to that gallery and watched. They didn't let me do it, or I don't know, they don't just let anyone do it. Wise decision. But to sit there and actually watch them do this, it's mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Because you think like, oh, they're going to drop it, they're going to burn themselves, they're going to do something crazy, and it turns out to be this beautiful sculpture.
Anytime it's like a kind of how it's made type ordeal, I'm just like, yeah, once I have all that machinery in my garage, I can do the same thing too.
Sure, once you get a big kiln and we'll work on it. Christmas gift idea? No. All right, hey, let's go live out to 10 News reporter Madison Allworth. She's in Gulfport where last day of the Grand Prix boat races are underway. Good morning, Madison.
Good morning, Josh.
It is the deadly mistake that police say one college student made that, frankly, could have happened to anyone. And a little help can go a long way. We'll show you how volunteers are helping some families breathe a little easier inside their own home. And these boaters have the need for speed, and you can catch them in action today at the Gulfport Grand Prix. Time now, just a tick before 8:30 here on this Sunday. Thank you so much for waking up here on the bright side. I'm Josh Sidorowitz.
And I'm meteorologist Natalie Ferrari, helping you plan out the third consecutive day of 80-degree weather and plenty of sun.
Come on. Good work.
Thank you.
Take the rest of the week off.
Goodbye, guys. Yeah, it is actually going to be a really, really decent one, and it's going to be one that I think you should enjoy.
Go to the Gulfport Grand Prix.
I need to go to the Gulfport.
You need to go check that out,
I need
too.
to see what this is all about. Yeah, because we're going to be talking about a few changes.
I was going to say, it won't be sunny for much longer here.
Yeah, absolutely. Those showers and storm chances we've been talking about, they're still looking pretty decent as we go through parts of your Monday and Tuesday in just a few moments.
So hours after she was reported missing, a University of South Carolina student was found dead. The 22-year-old senior, she was last seen leaving her friends to find her Uber ride. But that is when police say she mistakenly got into the wrong car. Her body was later found by some turkey hunters roughly 70 miles from where she was last seen, and this man accused of killing her was pulled over yesterday morning. Tried to run, but he was quickly caught by police. Officers say when they got back to his car, they found the student's phone, wipes, bleach, and blood.
The body had been
Would have motivated him to do this, but he is now facing murder and kidnapping charges. New this morning, a Pinellas County Sheriff's deputy is recovering from a crash that flipped his cruiser. Now, the deputy, he was on his way to a call in Tierra Verde. He was trying to get around some stopped traffic on the Pinellas Bayway when a car that was turning wound up smashing into him instead. All right, in one of our most read stories on WTSP.com right now, this Texas boy, missing since 2017, he's been found safe right here in Florida. Police say the 9-year-old had been taken by his father, who did not have custody. The two were found yesterday in Sanford in Central Florida. Child Protective Services working right now to reunite this little boy and his mom. Hillsborough County is above state and national averages when it comes to childhood asthma rates. So yesterday, several groups, they came together to help a single mother whose son struggles with asthma and allergies. The goal is to make their home easier for her two sons to breathe. It's part of the Healthier Homes for Children Project Day. Volunteers help mitigate homes at no cost to low-income families by getting rid of things like asthma triggers in and around the house. Anastasia Saunders says that she and her sons can already breathe easier. Well, the hope is to reduce trips to the doctor, minimize number of school days missed, and of course, just increase their overall quality of life. All right, I think it's safe to say here in Florida, it's pretty much always boat season, and today some seriously fast boats are going to be hitting the waves for the final day of the Gulfport Grand Prix. That is where we find 10 News reporter Madison Allworth. She is live. Madison, so you spoke with a racer. He has overcome some incredible obstacles to compete in this. Tell us about his story.
Yeah, it's really incredible, Josh. We're going to see the racing start at 10:30 a.m. and finals will be at 12, Josh.
Just the manatees. Got to get with the game here, man. Come on.
They're like, yo, you're in our territory.
I love how he's just like, yeah, it's like driving a car. A really fast car, not on pavement.
And what, 120 miles per hour? Did I hear that right?
Give or take. As his face is flying back, he's going so fast, yeah. Just like a car.
But you know, at least today's going to be a great day for third day. And it's also the third day of the race, third day of picture perfect weather, sunshine,
Saw the
80s.
water behind her, too.
Wasn't it just perfect? I mean, that's my word of the day.
See you out there. We're going, right?
No kidding.
But first, we've got to get through the rest of this year. You know, we've all heard about those classic character races at baseball games. Well, take a look at this one MLB team exceeding expectations. Let's get a check on your forecast with 10 weather meteorologist Natalie Ferrari.
And it's a good forecast.
It's a dang good forecast.
It's pretty wonderful of a forecast. And yeah, the last several days, you'll notice how it's been drier, sunny, and then hitting nearly 80 degrees almost every single day, and some days 80 degrees in a row. Now, today, I'm going to keep that flow going.
But, oh, okay. But there's a button there. I'm
There's
sensing a butt.
It's quite an extensive one.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, especially as we go into early next week. It's going to be something that really impacts a few of us as we get ready to kick things off bright and early, or maybe even cloudy and early for your Monday, Wednesday.
Let's take a look at what is trending right now. All right, so Radiohead, The Cure, Stevie Nicks, Def Leppard, all walk into a bar. Natalie? No, I'm just kidding. No, no, those are some of the newest members of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They had the big induction ceremony last night. Janet Jackson, also one of the inductees, and she had this message to the music industry.
And rock.
Well, there was even some serious woman power there last night, too. Stevie Nicks here, she became the first woman to be inducted twice. The first time she was a member of Fleetwood Mac. Harry Styles, formerly of One Direction, introduced her. There was a kind of an awkward moment. She later said that they had been friends since his NSYNC days, which is obviously not correct.
So awkward.
But she did catch her mistake immediately. She corrected it. The two here, you can see they wound up performing Stop Dragging My Heart Around together. Very cool. Okay, so the Washington Nationals, they have the president's race. Milwaukee has the sausage race. And this year, the San Diego Padres, yeah, they got the Anchorman race. There's Ron. You got Brick, Brian, Champ. They all run around the field. The winner here, appropriately enough, Ron Burgundy himself doing a little dance. You stay classy, San Diego. .48 here on a Sunday. Let's take a look at what is making headlines for you this morning. A man is now charged for the murder of a college student in South Carolina. The body of 21-year-old was found in the woods on Friday. Police say the student got into the suspect's car thinking it was her Uber driver. The fifth and final inmate who escaped from the Nash County Detention Center in North Carolina has been caught. He was found in South Carolina. On Monday, the 5 inmates escaped through a hole near an exercise yard. And we've got a live shot here in Gulfport, where it is the final day of the Grand Prix. The boats will be racing in Bogosiega Bay, just off the beach, reaching speeds of up to 120 miles per hour. You can watch all of the excitement for free, too. There will be a public pit area as well, where you can get a closer look at some of those Formula power boats. Well, the Twilight Zone it became a television classic by virtue of its social commentary, told through a prism of science fiction. And now, attention fans, the show is about to reboot. David Pogue has this preview of what's ahead on CBS Sunday Morning. All right, the return of the Twilight Zone, plus coming to a school cafeteria near you, gourmet meals, and rock and roll legendary instruments on display. Those stories and more this Sunday morning. Woo! Coming up next.
Ooh.
You are not in the Twilight Zone, we promise.
Depends.
This is real.
It depends. So I know you don't follow along with a lot of Jordan Peele's movies, like Get Out and Us.
No, but you did. Oh, you were going to go see it.
Yeah, definitely saw it. And if you've seen it too, you can test this with me that
You're
this
into
was
horror flicks, though, right?
thrillers, not horror.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It's more
they
of a
start
thriller
to get like gory sometimes.
Yeah,
And I just that's
this
where
is
I
a
draw the
thriller.
line. This is a thriller.
No, I get enough thriller here. I don't need.
The reason I bring it up is because I think there's been some talk with Jordan Peele kind of being a part of this whole new Twilight Zone maybe re-release or launch.
Really?
I could have sworn I've read that somewhere, heard about it, and that's something that maybe.
Or you heard it here first.
Jordan, you should work on that.
Hint, hint.
But it's just, yeah, it can be really spooky, and I'm excited to
It'll be interesting to see how the
check out
reboot
Sunday
goes.
morning and see how that,
Coming
absolutely.
up next in about 7 minutes, 8 minutes. All right, first though, this is a really sweet story. This is local here out of Lake Wales. So the 13-year-old Dalen Campbell, he's been fighting leukemia, and he was devastated when he learned that his bike had been stolen. So then get this, Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd and a few of his deputies, they said they wanted to make this right for him. They wanted to make it better. So look, they actually showed up at his house.
Wow.
And what did they have? Check it out, wait for it. A brand new bike.
Beautiful.
They brought him a brand new bike. Not only that.
Fresh new bike scent.
Fresh, yeah, that new bike smell, right? They also gave him a helmet. They gave him a bike lock,
Yes.
so this one doesn't get stolen. Sheriff Judd says he is determined to find out the culprits who stole his bike originally. I guess they just took it right off the front porch from him.
Yeah, it sounds like it, but you know
look
what?
at 'em.
No more rainy days for him. Also, because Josh,
Oh, yeah. So,
check this out.
yeah. Important to point out here.
Yes,
He's in remission from leukemia.
Congratulations! Oh, that's so beautiful. So many good stories. So he is just going to be riding that bike all over town, and if the thieves even do see it, they're not going to get to it.
Sheriff Judd's going to crack down.
I believe so too.
Good
Absolutely.
For them. Good for the Sheriff's Department for doing that. Very cool.
So beautiful. Over the next couple of hours, guys, get out and enjoy this sunshine. You better believe once we're signing off, I don't know if our bosses are watching, but your girl's going to go just lay out there. It's going to be wonderful. Yeah. Just even if it's like an hour or two, just enjoy that while it lasts. We're going to warm up near the 80-degree realm by this afternoon, and then we'll notice a few changes, especially as we get towards early next week. Here's a last glimpse. I know over the week.
Wash all the pollen away too. I can't
yes.
argue with a little rain here if it's going to wash my car finally.
I know over the week, some folks out in Trenton, just near Gainesville, had some
hail.
Hail, yeah. So some of these storms, you know, they can pack quite a bit of a punch if they get strong enough, but that's not a threat we're looking at for just quite yet. It's mainly just going to be some storms that could pop up that we'll, of course, keep you updated on.
All right. Weekend one. Bright side
We
weekend
did
in the books.
it.
High five.
Rushed- okay.
Oh.
Come on, man.
I was going to save it for the end.
Oh, I got too excited.
All right. Hope you had a great morning here. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your day, everybody.
Thanks for
now
sticking around with us. There we go. Now I can go.
There we go.
Now I can do it.
Good job. Wait, come back.
Bye.
She's going to the beach.